you look way, way, way off in the distance, you can see the snow-covered mountains. And I do believe that is Mount Charleston. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, right there. I believe that's Mount Charleston. Looking way down there, there's a group of hikers coming up. And I'm not sure how far the canyon is from here, but I think I'm going to do it. So this is definitely the trailhead, Owl Canyon. Trail is not maintained, large rocks, loose sand. Well, I got to be careful. Looks like it ought to be a right nice trail though. Anyway, I'm gonna ask them how far it is to the canyon so I can kind of decide how far I'm gonna go. All right, now working on navigating down this trail. It's a fairly steep incline and some really loose dirt. You can kind of see what I'm dealing with. That right there is the trailhead. So let's press on. Ran into those hikers on their way out and they said it's really a nice trail. As long as you don't fall and bust your hind end. Well, one nice thing about this trail is it's not very crowded. Don't have a lot of people pushing and shoving. And I'm still about 2/3 the way down the hill, and the trail goes right over that little berm and then takes a left.
Nice camera. What kind of camera is that?
It is the DJI Pocket Pro.
Oh,
It shoots 4K.
4K?
Yeah, it's really, for what it is, it's so tiny, but man, it takes razor sharp video.
And what's the storage? Can you put a card, SD card or micro SD card?
Yeah, it has a micro SD in there. Met a fellow hiker over there, really nice fella. He was asking about my camera. Now it's interesting, I'm just about to the bottom of the canyon. I'm going to cross over the wash. And then you can look up and see where the trailhead is. It's funny, it doesn't look as far up as it does from down here, but I'm sure when I go up there, I'm going to be like, woo, all right. So here we go. Let's go down the last little bit into the floor of the canyon. Boy, I can imagine this would be a flash flood like nobody's business going through here. I wouldn't want to be here at all when it rains. All right, so we are now crossing the wash. Glad it's not too hot today, because I'm thinking about a month this will be a little bit too hot to do. All right, well now I am officially in the middle of the wash, and you can look all the way up from there. So in the event of a flash flood, the water's going to start up there and it's going to come screaming down through here. Man, wouldn't want to be here during that. All right, so let's come look out of the wash. Interesting little trail here. Alrighty. Over the hill and down the other side and to Owl Canyon we shall go. Hello. Now we have another downhill to go, and this looks like a really easy way to break your neck, so I'm gonna be real careful going down through here. Okay, well, I made it down this little incline without falling. I figured it'd be smarter to stop recording and focus on not falling. And so now it looks like it's pretty flat all the way around here. Got a feeling I'm gonna take this jacket off when I come out of here. Okay, so I just met another group of hikers. It was a couple, and they had a lot of really good information about the canyon. Said there's even an owl's nest up here, which that's pretty wild. I never have heard of owls being out in a canyon like this, but we'll see. This ought to be pretty interesting. It's really amazing, all of the hidden hikes and treasures out here in the West. Okay, I think I'm seeing the beginning of the Slot Canyon off in the distance. It'll be right about up there. Looks like somebody built themselves a little rock cairn here. Alright, so here we are, getting ready to go into the very first part of the Slot Canyon. Ought to be quite an experience. The folks I've talked to so far said it's really amazing. Got a bird over there soaring over that ridge. Let's press on. Working my way up the trail, see this beautiful vegetation. Got some over here, and then over on the other side. Man, that is really pretty. I have no idea what they are, but they really are pretty. Look at those. Now, looking at this trail here, I could imagine in a rain it's probably treacherous with water running. Gosh, that's pretty. Man, this is something else. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're pressing on through the canyon here. Man, this is something. Glad I found this. Oh, look at that view. Wow. Okay, making our way on up a little deeper into the canyon. Wow, this is amazing. Oh boy, what a view. What's really interesting, it seems like around every single turn, there's more and more cool stuff to see. Check this out. I'm gonna go underneath this rock ledge here. That's pretty cool. Oh man, look over here. Wow. Okay, I want to take a look up into the top of the canyon. As you can see, we're looking right up this wall. There's the good old sunshine. And then we come down. I believe this is the narrowest part of the canyon. And then this rock underneath which I'm standing. And let's press on. Looks like someone else has built a little cairn of rocks there. Man, this is amazing. I believe I was wrong. It gets even narrower up here. Holy moly, look at this. Golly day. Holy smoke. Wow. Look at this big rock ledge. Man. Great day in the morning. Holy Toledo. God, look at this. That one guy I was talking to out front was saying that there's a point it just seems to get better and better and better, and then it just kind of eases off. Man, I do believe I'm in the gets better and better and better part. Wow. Good heavens. Okay, sitting up on that ledge is a bird's nest. and I thought it was the owl's nest, but it's not. There's looks like a blackbird or a raven or crow in there. So I definitely can tell you that's definitely not an owl. Let's work on the way through here. This is just nothing short of unreal. Looks like it starts to open up a little bit more here. And there is the tunnel. Now, from what a couple of the hikers told me, once you get to the tunnel, you've pretty much seen all there is to see. So that being said, I'm going to head back into the slot canyon, enjoy a little bit of scenery, take a few pictures, and then mosey on towards the car. This is actually epic. And the good news is, there's no charge. If you have a national park pass, you can get in. If you don't, you pay a small fee, and it's all at your disposal. So let's head back in the canyon. Have a look over there. I'm gonna go way up to the top, and there we go. There's the sky. Unreal. Another rock cairn. Okay, so just moving on. We're on our way back to the trailhead, and it's amazing going the other direction. It looks so much different. It's a cool thing about hiking a trail that goes in and out is you're always guaranteed to see something different when you come back out of the trail. Man, this is incredible. I strongly recommend this hike for anybody that's out here. It's east of Las Vegas. Probably took me about 30, maybe 45 minutes to get out here. And it's worth every minute, every red light, and every mile. Well, you can definitely tell the canyon's widening up quite a bit now as we're getting closer to the entrance. Still fascinating every turn. Didn't see any owls in here, as the name is called Owl Canyon, but I didn't see any. Dragonfly in front of me. I don't know if the camera's picking him up or not, but amazing. Take a look back. Again, this pretty much is the entrance into the Slot Canyon. That was absolutely epic. Okay, so rounding this curve here, I believe this is going to be the absolute end of it. Yep, you can see where it drops off there. Boy, what a hike. All right, well, looks like we're gonna be bidding farewell to Owl Canyon. And you hear the term, the dusty trail. There's a lot of truth in it. I'll show you, look down here. It is a dusty trail. It's a good one. Making our way towards the trailhead, and you can see way up there at that little shelter, that is the actual trailhead. And now what I have to do is go down through here. Got a little bit of a climb there, and then after I go over that, go through a flat and another small climb, and then the big climb up there to the parking lot. So let's make it happen. First climb, there's some loose sand here, so I'm going to actually pause the recording until I crest this hill. Anyway, if I fall, you don't want to see me fall anyway. I made it up the hill without falling, so that's a good thing. Passed a couple of hikers on the way. And now I'm going to go across the wash and make the big climb up the hill. All right, let's roll. Okay, here goes the climb. And I'm going to probably do this thing in sections. And the key phrase here is take your time. This is some really loose dirt and gravel, easy way to fall. Hello. Okay, so up to the first little rest area. Okay, continuing on my way up the hill, trying to really be careful because this dirt has got some really fine grit rock in it, and it looks like every opportunity in the world to fall. I'll be honest with you, it's not as bad going up as it is coming down. Coming down, I'm just waiting for any minute to slip and fall. All right, looking back down at the wash over there, see more folks heading up this way. I'm about, I'd say halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway up the hill. Okay, let's continue on up the hill. Trying to use little ledges people have made with their feet and or rocks here so I don't slip. And we did it. What a hike.